Hey everyone, it's Nick here. I have a few things I want to talk about, and yeah, here we go. Um, I picked up some things over the weekend. I got out of the house. Probably wasn't a good idea since I've been having ear problems. And I picked up like a couple things, like nothing big. I got a few Police albums or a couple. Let me show you what I picked up here. I got Right Said Fred Up. It was $2. So I mean, I like the song "I'm Too Sexy." It's a good tune. I like the composition. But I got a couple Police albums. Yeah, I got Outlandos de Amor and Regata de Blanc. So these are both awesome albums, and I've never seen them this cheap before. I also got the Divinals thanks to Austin Powers because when I think about you, I touch myself. It's a good song. I really want to transcribe the bass line. If my ear gets better, I'd love to do that. Um, I also, well, I did get something in the mail, nothing like that you guys would be really interested in, but I'll get to that later. Um, let's see, what else did I get? I also got the Essential Bob Dylan, and I'm not really into his music, although I was actually down by Nintendo at like some thrift store, and they had this book where it's like a full transcription of his stuff. Of some of like six of his songs. "I'll Be Your Baby Tonight, If Not For You," "Just Like a Woman," "Knocking on Heaven's Door," "Lay Lady Lay," "Quinn the Eskimo," "The Mighty Quinn." It makes me think of Quinn from C Lab, but whatever. But there's other books in the series, like AC/DC, The Beatles, Richie Blackmore, Bon Jovi, Phil Collins, The Doors, Genesis. I'll have to get that one. Heavy Metal, Iron Maiden, Billy Joel, Huey Lewis and the News, Rock and Roll, The Rolling Stones, 60s and 70s, 70s. Bruce Springsteen, Sting, which it's on its way. U2, Jethro Tull, which I'll have to get for Aqualung. The Who. So these are pretty cool books. I mean, they were only released in Europe, I think. You could order them on the website that they sold them at, like Music Sales, I think was the site. But I mean, they were originally made in Europe and stuff, and I think England actually. So that's pretty cool because, of course, I'm an Englishman, so that's pretty cool. So, anyways, yeah, I mean, I'm not huge into Bob Dylan. I mean, I guess he does like some kind of like folk country stuff, but that's about all I know. I also picked up a second CD copy of Chicago 2 because this one is actually. I saw this like a few months ago, and or maybe a couple months ago, last month. I can't really remember, but I thought, well, I already had the CD, no big deal. Then I found out that these versions are actually remastered, and this was only $6. So it's like, I can't let that pass. So speaking of CDs, I did find a Japanese import. I was at Goodwill today. I went to the doctor, to have my dad refer them to me. They just looked at my ear and he prescribed me, not like ear drops. I haven't taken it yet. I didn't get it on my. I'm gonna pick it up tomorrow, but it's some like it's oral stuff or something you like swallow and then you know it's supposed to help. And the ringing in my ears isn't like horrible, like the worst thing ever, but I mean, I notice it most of the time. He did say both my ears were a little inflamed, and I think that's it. I mean, yes, I've lived with tinnitus for like most of my life, and it's never been a big deal to me because I only notice it if there's like, dead silence. Um, so I don't know if I told people this, but I first noticed it, I guess, when a few weeks ago when I I don't remember what I was dreaming about, but I know I was like fast asleep and the ringing in my ear like I think it was the right ear, can't remember, but it was so bad that I actually woke up. And I'm like, oh geez, what's going on? So I think it was an infection, and I told the doctor, I don't. Admittedly, I don't wash my earphones. You know, the doctors told me to do that a couple other times, and I'm clog my ears, and I just like, it's not a big deal. Nothing. It's really gonna nothing can really happen in there. So, but I was wrong. So I'm really hoping this is something that's not permanent. Like I said, it was so bad though that when I was at the Kenny G concert, I could still hear the ringing despite the loud music. And I mean, I had headphones on. Like I mean, even to practice now, I wear these big, headphones because I, can't. the earphones I just don't think are enough. And if my ears can be healed, I want them to, I don't want to expose them to too much noise. Um, Speaking of which, our band has released our new song, Broken Toys. You guys can check that out. I'll put a link in the description. I know I said that in the last video. I'll just link you guys to our SoundCloud page. So I'll put it down there because for now, YouTube's had, at the time I made this video, the description is down here. So I'll put a link. You guys can listen to us, and I hope you enjoy the song. I play bass and I play keyboards on it. So enjoy. I did get a couple books, or not books, but I got one book and then I got a CD. This is Gordon Lightfoot. I've never heard of this guy, so why did I get the CD? Well, I happened to see the spine and it's in Japanese, so it's a Japanese import, and it also comes with the Japanese lyrics, which is pretty cool. It says here, the track Affair on 8th Avenue, which appears on the double album, and I can't read the price tags in the way, has been omitted so as to facilitate a single specially priced compact disc. Then it says, warning, the music on this compact disc was originally recorded on analog equipment prior to modern noise reduction techniques. This compact disc preserves as closely as possible the sound of the original recording, but its high resolution also reveals limitations in the master tape, including noise and other distortions. So, yeah, I mean, not familiar with his music. I might like him. I heard he's kind of like Bob Dylan, so, I mean, again, I don't know. I'm not familiar with his music. I did get a sheet music book for a band I'm a little more familiar with, and I do mean little. I'm not really, don't know their stuff that well, but this is the piano book for Journey's Escape. It's made by the same people that made the Chicago Hot Streets one that I got. But, this one's got a couple songs I know from the arcade game. Yeah, there was an arcade game based on Journey. Look it up. It's got Don't Stop Believin', Still They Right, and Stone in Love, and Who's Crying Now. So it's pretty cool, and there's a bunch of like cool photos. These books. That's another thing I like about these sheet music books. There's like a bunch of photos of the band members and stuff. It's just freaking cool. So, I mean, this book is really old. In fact, what's the year? 1981. So it's pretty old. Older than I am at least. That's for sure. So that's about all I picked up. Now I said it earlier. I did get a game actually. I forgot. Before I forget, it's right in front of me. I don't know how I could forget. But I got Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters. It was the Japanese version, and it was $5. I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh! When I was a kid. I sucked at it, needless to say. But it was still pretty cool. I had some pretty good Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. Like I had like the Relinquished one, and then the Thousand Eyes thing. I can't remember exactly what it was called. And someone stole my cards. I know who it was, but I mean, that's way in the past, and my parents didn't want to do anything about it. So I mean, this was back when I was like, what, 7 years old or 10 or so. I mean, I was really young when I was playing Yu-Gi-Oh. I'd always loved to watch the shows. So awesome. And yeah, even when I was even younger, I loved Pokemon. Me and my sister both. In fact, I might do that one of these days when I play N64 again. I might do a video where I'm playing like Pokemon Stadium or something, just the mini games. Bring back memories. They really do. My sister has a couple of Yu-Gi-Oh games. I think she has the US version of this game. I'm not sure. I remember she had one for Game Boy, and then she had a Game Boy Advance one, which is actually complete in the box. I don't think it's a rare game or anything, but you never know. So there's that. I might do a video of me playing that sometime. So one more thing before I show you what I got in the mail. Again, because it's not very important, not very relevant to this channel. But anyways, so about the live streams. I know last time I was playing Samurai Pete's Cats, and one of my viewers was like, "Oh, you're supposed to do this. You're supposed to do this." And it's like, well, I was trying to like break the rocks and stuff, and I couldn't do it. The problem was I don't know what like the button combination is. I was pressing B, up and B, up and A and stuff, and that just wasn't working. So I don't know. I mean, again, I think that's like the second or third time I've ever played that game on an actual console. So, I mean, I'm new to it, and I do kind of, when I'm playing games, I keep screwing up. I do get a little angry. Of course, I don't ever get angry in public. Like if I'm in a public place, I don't get angry. I don't want to embarrass myself. But But since I'm here in my own home, and I can, you know, I could get a little iffy. Um, but yeah, it was. It's just I don't know how to play it now. Here's the thing: I decided on Saturdays, or maybe around like 10 or 12, I'm going, Pacific Standard Time. Um, I will be doing live streams. I think it's pretty cool. Someone asked if I could improve the quality. Well, there's two things I could do. Either one, I could keep the crappy video quality because again I'm using a webcam. I don't have a lot to work with. And that's if you guys want to see me play the game on the actual console. There are a few consoles I can emulate, and then I could use OBS to capture the screen. That would probably be better. I don't know, but maybe this next stream I will try that. I'll try doing it emulated, and you know we'll see how that works out. The quality will definitely be better if I do it that way. Um, but I mean, again, I don't know. Now I recently purchased. I think I told people about this. I recently purchased the Magic Engine emulator, which is a PC Engine slash TurboGrafx 16 emulator. And I've been learning how to hack games on there. I've downloaded almost all the ROMs already, so I've been on a binge. But I might do a tutorial showing people how to hack those games because there's not a whole lot of support for it. So, and the cheat engine on there is a little crappy, I think. Like compared to other emulators I've used anyway. Um, so yeah, I mean, if people are interested, I might do that. But other than that, I think that's about it, people. I will see you guys later. There are a couple games I'm thinking about playing through, doing videos on those, and I don't know. We'll figure something out. I mean, I'm sure it will. But yeah, so 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I will be on my live streaming, and this time I will be sure to watch for comments. Last couple times, I don't normally do streams. It's a very rare thing, so it's hard for me to keep track of that stuff. So. Hmm. I will see you guys later, though. Thank you so much for watching. God bless, and peace out. Have a good one.